Hey, just a quick video here. I'm sending some stuff to auction. I'm going to show you what I'm sending, see if I make any money. Let's check it out.
I set up at my first show when I was 14, selling baseball cards. I've owned an antique mall, sold online, set up at the cheapest flea markets, and some of the more expensive indoor walled antique shows. My name is Matt Gregg, and this is the life of a modern antiques dealer.
So I'm sending it to Crumpton, a local auction to me, but if you're from the Mid-Atlantic area, you've probably heard of it if you're an antique dealer. It used to be a weekly sale. It would attract buyers from, 12 or more states. Consigners from all over too. It's one of those sales where people would bring their own stuff, drop it off. You'd have to set it up yourself in tables or in rows outside. And then they'd come along and sell it. You never knew what was going to be there. In recent years, they would put up photos the night before on Facebook, but really you didn't know what was going to be there until you got there that morning. A lot of the stuff got consigned early Wednesday morning, so you'd see it an hour or two before the sale started, and then you try to buy it. Well, since the pandemic, it's online only now, like a lot of sales, and I've been consigning a lot of stuff there. So this week's load, I had some interesting stuff. Let's see if I make any money. So first up is this lot of primitive items. I have maybe $8 in all of this. I suspect it'll earn pretty good money. They have a good look. I think they'll probably look better on the shelves than they do in person. I don't know. It's one of those things. This next lot actually is all my mom's stuff she had at their most recent yard sale that didn't sell. Some pretty good primitives in there. We'll see. I think she'll do okay with it at the sale. This lot, man, this lot's tricky. It's just some stuff I had in my van. I really expected one of my other items to go on a shelf, and they put it outside, so I had to throw together a shelf lot at the last second. You have to reserve the shelves in beforehand, so I misjudged how many I would need, but I had something to fill it, so that's what I did. Finally, this advertising lot. Man, there's some good stuff in there. Some of these type of lots have been going really well here for the sellers. I think really tough to buy these lots at the sale. So I'm hoping this stuff does well for me. Some decent stuff. I think I have $50-$60 into all of it. We'll see. Okay, the Britain's lot. This was actually something I had as a kid, so I hope it does well. I don't want to necessarily give it away, but it was just up in my mom's attic and I couldn't handle it anymore. So here it is selling. Okay, the tabletop pinball games. I bought a lot of these at a recent sale. I pulled out the 3 I really wanted, and this is what's left over. I don't know. I had maybe $30-$40 into it. It's hard to say because whatever it sells for, it just makes the other ones more expensive. The TV and radio lot. I got these at a yard sale in New York State on the way to New Hampshire this past summer. And I don't have a ton of money in these, but compared to the TVs tend to do well on eBay, but I didn't want to take the time to try to figure that out and sell it on eBay. So I'm hoping these do well here. I might have like $15-$20 into the pair. This is tricky. I had this up at Brimfield as a lot. I think I was trying to get a rock bottom price of $200 for it. I ended up pulling 2 gloves and a bat out of that lot that I got like $75 for. These were things I collected as a kid. I don't have anywhere near that into them. I probably only have like $40 cost into them. The lamps. These I bought specifically to sell at Crumpton. I think I have 90 or $100 into them. Okay, the cigarette cards. These I bought specifically to sell at auction. I paid $45 for them, so we'll see how they do. Early stuff, kind of neat. I think they'll do well here. Carnival hammer. This thing I bought back when I owned an antique mall. I paid like $25 for this. I had it at a sale or two. It didn't really work for me. I'm really certain this will make profit here, so away it goes, hoping for the best. This fiberglass speedboat I bought at another auction. I tried it at Brimfield. Other than that, I bought it specifically to sell at auction. I paid like $23 with buyer's premium on it. This is my most risky item, chocolate display case. I paid, I think, $90 for this at Crumpton couple years ago when the sale was live. I've never been able to sell it. I've had it a couple places, so I'm sending it back. Advertising does well here. I think this could make a profit, but I'm hoping to at least not lose that much. As far as the stuff I'm sending to Crumpton, it typically falls into one of two categories. I bought it with the idea of actually selling it at auction, or it's something I've had for a while and I either need to get rid of it, or I think it might do okay at Crumpton, so this is a way to sell it. But typically, if it's something I bought for Crumpton with the idea, or I bought it with the idea of selling at auction in mind, it typically does well, or at least does better than break even. Now, the stuff that I typically lose money on is the stuff that I did not intend to do that with when I bought it. Some of it is mistakes. Some of it's stuff I just paid too much money for because I really liked it and couldn't sell it. But when it comes to selling mistakes, just getting rid of them is always a good idea. particularly if you don't lose too much money. But yeah, no, it's tricky. Sometimes we lose more than we want to. But yeah, let's see what this stuff does. A key when selling an auction is to remember the commission rate, man. So at Crumpton, it's pretty reasonable. It's a lot if it doesn't sell for very much. Anything under $25 is 50% commission, so that hurts. $25 to $50 though is 25% commission, pretty reasonable. 50 to 100 is 10% commission, very nice. Anything over 100, 5% commission. And so typically you really want to make sure the lots bring at least $25, that way you don't lose the 50%. But you really want to put things in groupings or whatever that'll bring at least $50. So I basically broke even on these. They'll take 5%. This primitive lot made money on that. That was good. I paid like I said, $8 for all of it. My mom did okay on her lot. This little shelf lot, 26. So I got away from the 50% and I filled it. $135 on the advertising lot. I'm making money on that. I was hoping for probably more like 175, but anything over 100 was good. The Britons, 155. Can't complain about that. That's nice. The games are fine. Nothing too great, but like I said, I really kept the ones I wanted for myself. The TV I thought was a little low. I thought that would bring at least 75. I was hoping for more than 100, but it's making profit. It's making like $30, $40 profit, so that's good. Then the baseball gloves and stuff, a little soft, but again, probably making profit compared to what I paid for them years ago. The cigarette cards, basically broke even, made a little bit of money, not much. Now the mallet I did well on because I think I paid $20 or $25 for that, so I actually made good profit on that. The speedboat, again, they take 25% commission. I'll make about $5. Not really worth it, but it was worth a shot and giving it a try. Chocolate case, I lost my shirt on. That was a tough one. Like I said, I think I paid $90 for that, so that was a big loser. Overall, though, I'm actually fairly happy. It's a profitable day, and interesting enough, I bought 5 lots. Here, I'll show you these 5 lots. I think I'll do well on these. I'm really happy with them. Weirdly enough, 2 of them I bought for the second time. I sold them to a dealer who took them to a couple shows, couldn't sell them, ended up selling his entire booth out to another dealer who ended up consigning it to Crumpton, and lo and behold, I bought them back. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, I bought some good stuff, and I actually made money. Selling at auctions is hard. It's you gotta be willing to take a loss with a profit, but if you sell enough stuff, it usually works out. It's funny, there's always a saying, you're talking to antique dealers like, oh, I lost $100 on that thing, but I'm gonna make it up in volume. And they're joking, pretending like they're gonna sell a lot of stuff at a loss, turns into a profit. That's not how it works. But at an auction, if you send them enough stuff, if 1 or 2 things smoke and do really good, it can average out. Of course, the flip side is if everything does awful, then you definitely lost your shirt overall. But at Crumpton, it seems like if I send enough stuff and I send the right stuff, I always end up making at least a little bit of money. So yeah, not a bad sale for me. I'm happy. Let me know what you think. Have you ever sold stuff at auction, and how did it go? Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to follow my antique journey. Thanks.